Present this video, part 2, Dropping Knowledge. We really hope that you get something out of it. You know, this place right now should be really packed because we got men here who are trying to make a difference, okay? And as you watch these videos and presentations today, we're hoping that it inspires you, okay, to want to be a better person. We have another program on Wednesday. Okay, it's a program on fatherhood, the state of fatherhood in America. We hope that you guys come out and support that, all right? So for now, we're gonna go ahead and bring up Ryan Burton.
How y'all doing today? First, I wanna say this is our third annual the Droppin Knowledge Forum for the Black History Program, and just give Mr. Blackwell another round of applause for being the liaison for the organization. This is a project that was my vision 3-4 years ago, and it came to pass not by myself. I became a project director of the program. I became a talent scout. I got to looking around the compound for talent, for guys to fit these positions, because we realized scared straight did not work. It still don't work, only for those who really never been in trouble. We're a different breed. We're cut above, under, because we always go the limit. So I'm talking about us, our youth, the youthful offenders. We can't forget about the guys like me, because some of us are still trapped in that mindset of that old belief system, triple bondage. But I'm not gonna get off into that. I just want y'all to know today, I'm really glad to say that this is our second video for those youth, and we dropping knowledge, not I'm gonna get that booty, if you gonna get fucked if you go to jail, not that. We giving them that knowledge so that hopefully they can understand, just like some of y'all still need to understand, because it's just recently that I was a 14-year-old boy just 4 or 5 years ago, and that's crazy to be able to tell y'all that, but I feel good about telling y'all that, right? Because maybe you can take a look at yourself, because once you traumatize, which Carson gonna get to drop the knowledge on that, your development is arrested. So with these videos and these presentations, our hopes are to be able to touch you in a way that they understand that we've been there, that we walked in these shoes. And even the old guys, it's old guys in here trapped, man, 14, 12 years old. In that man's body. My pseudo self was Heavy Burden. Anybody know him or knew him? He was that one, and boy, listen, I don't never want to visit him again. I want to be a square now, even on all sides, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Because when my spiritual light went out, I was in darkness, capable of anything. Don't be selling no dope. I'm coming to look for you. And you know, I'm done with that. Banks. I done wasted over half my life in here. Now, my mission is to give back to the youthful offenders, and the old guys 40 and over who are still trapped like I was trapped. This shit real to me, and I want you to be able to feel it. This is our second edition. They said they wasn't gonna let you do it. It wasn't about me, it was bigger than me. The Lord made moves, the Almighty made moves, and put these guys in position. I'm proud of these guys. See, Will, I'm proud of you too. You're gonna be a part of this. I had nothing to do with it, but Mr. Blackwell said he gonna put out, everybody gonna be able to put a kite. If you got something to give in volume 3, send him a kite, and he gonna see what you got for these youthful offenders. And here, y'all need it too. A lot of us still lost. Let me not preach. Let's bring up, we gonna do the movie. We're gonna do the video.
My people perish for a lack of knowledge. So I'm coming home because I got the knowledge. I got them, homie. Yeah, I had to do this. Boss orders, look, hey, this volume 2 dropping knowledge like a book falling, but somehow you caught it. Hey, we about to take you to college, all you gotta do is follow. Look, who were you following? yeah, yeah. Hallowed be, hallowed the name of the risen King. Yeah, yeah. This volume 2 dropping knowledge like a book falling, but somehow you caught it. Hey, we about to take you to college. All you gotta do is follow. Look, who were you following, 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 following? Yeah, yeah. Hallowed be, hallowed the name of the risen King. Yeah, yeah. Roy Robinson, he put me on. Mr. Blackwell, yeah, he put me on. Heavy Burton, yeah, he put me on. I had to rewrite my song. I'm feeling like David, like King David. Cause I be writing them songs. Poetry for the street. Food for thought, we gotta eat. How can I not share when I'm in the kingdom at the table feasting? I trying to reach him, but I'm not Mother Teresa. Emaciated generation, suicidal tendencies in the making. Ay, on the road to destruction, but I'm turning the point on the way to the greatness. They locking us up like the hero Jamaicans, then crapping on us like Vegas. They taking advantage of our situation from California to Dayton. Man, in the hood where the trauma be. Ain't no fathers, baby mamas be. Holding down the whole household. That's the problem, no geometry. This volume 2 dropping knowledge like a book falling, but somehow you caught it. I'm trying to take you to college. All you gotta do is follow. Look, who are you following, 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 following? Yeah, yeah. Hallowed be, hallowed the name of the risen King. Risen King. Hey, this volume 2 dropping knowledge like a book falling, but somehow you caught it. Hey, we about to take you to college. All you gotta do is follow. Look, who are you following, 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 following? Yeah, yeah. Hallowed be, hallowed the name of the risen King. Yeah. Restore Ministries, they put me on. Urban Legend, man, they put me on. All my family, man, they put me on. And shout out to Brian LeCron. This was our vision in prison, healing the men and the women, and juveniles who be tripping, sipping on liquor and stripping, trapped in a cycle that's vicious. They in and out of the system, cause no one pay no attention. We got some deep-rooted issues. That's why he kicked out of class, and his little sister, she grew up too fast. Went from watching Looney Tunes, suffering succotash to pop pass. They listening to Cardi B's, man? Offset. Reason why we gotta be mad. Upset. We need the wisdom in the street. What the people that was Cisco's had? What? I'm talking about the grandfathers, the grandmothers, the older generation. Drop the knowledge and we caught it. Put our polish on it. Now we teaching anybody. Speaking in the language of the culture. Woo! Look, I'm just bringing Jesus in a circle. Yeah, in the inner circle. Cause families matter, Steve Urkel. I ain't talking about the color purple. When I say we need the Prince of Peace and the church too, yeah, yeah. This volume 2 dropping knowledge like a book falling, but somehow you caught it. We about to take you to college. All you gotta do is follow. Look, who are you following, 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 following? Hallowed be, hallowed the name of the risen King. Yeah. Hey, this volume 2 dropping knowledge like a book falling, but somehow you caught it. Hey, we about to take you to college. All you gotta do is follow. Look, who are you following, 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 following? Yeah, yeah. Hallowed be, hallowed the name of the risen King. Risen King. Yeah, we trying to reach y'all. We just feel like everybody need that opportunity. And we doing that. Shout out to all my family and friends. I love y'all, all my supporters. Appreciate y'all, man. From the heart, I'm on my way home. God bless, volume 2.
All right, that was Reggie Tucker with Droppin Knowledge, Volume 2. My name is DeCarlo Blackwell. I am the inspector at London Correctional Institution, and we want to welcome you to Droppin Knowledge, Volume 2. We want to thank Warden Robinson, Brian LeCron, and the men involved in this project. And now I would like to introduce our MC for today, Mr. Ron Burden.
Thank you, Mr. Blackwell. How y'all doing today? It's always an honor to be able to speak into you young guys' life. The Drop Knowledge Forum is a collective group of inmates and staff. We come together to make sure that we try to head off the at-risk youth so they won't end up in prison like us. Our method is motivational speaking, spoken word, music, and rap. We use these techniques to counteract the self-destructive behavior that goes on inside of youth, because we was youth once and our development was arrested, and now it's under-arrested. It's unarrested, and now we're giving back. Our last video that we did was Volume 1. We got great reviews from boys' schools, rec centers, churches, and even parents. And today we'll be dropping knowledge on trauma and complex trauma and how it affects us as children. We have another brand new member from the Drop Knowledge Forum. He's straight out of the Motor City, Aqua Simmons, and he'll be dropping Awfulizing. Drop it.
I've been through a lot, but I'm blessed. It's hard to recover from no mother. Father present but not present, cause he alcoholic. He's not involved with what's going on the playground. She's not involved with what's going on in the house. He's passed out from cheap wine. She opted out for cocaine. Left me, I was 8, never even asked if I ate. But if you ain't fed your kids, no, they hadn't ate. No, they not okay. No, they not straight. Hell, no, they not brave enough to face the world and go save face by how we just got evicted out our house. All our toys on the street. That ain't no child responsibility. I'm a grown man now, and I still feel the sadness of that kid in me, but I hurry up and replace it with hate. It's an easy emotion, seeing as though we in a culture that be hating just put on a frowning face when I'm really sad, thinking about my past. Feel a tear, don't cry, hurry up and get mad to block myself and save me from feeling the pain. Then I get mad at my moms for even leaving. Then I get mad at dad. You ran her off, you supposed to be a man, you supposed to say the fam. Now the resentment begins. I can't believe you let our fam fall apart. Let my sisters get took. To this day, I never seen my little brothers, so I started running with hooligans, thugging, for loving. Whatever they came up with, I'm down for all of the above. And cause I wanted the love that I never received at home, I suffer from separation anxiety. I believe all women gonna take off. Since my mother left me, just think, if my mother left me, I'm so scared now I believe anything tragic is possible and liable to happen to me at any time. That's awfulizing. Awfulizing is when you believe no matter what the scenario is, the outcome, you're going to get the short end of the stick, when that's just not true.
Thank you, Uncle Simmons. And once again, you see, that's the condition that he had no power over when he was young, but he can recover from no mother because he just dropped knowledge on y'all, because we don't want y'all to be in the situation that we in today. Now we're bringing in one of the old members of the Drop Knowledge Forum, familiar voice, familiar face, Jerome Thomas. Drop that knowledge in volume 1, Wild Wild Juvenile, now who will be performing Traumatized.
Hey, I'm happy to be back at it, man, once again, from Wild Juvenile to Trauma, and we're going to give it to you one more time, raw and uncut. Let's get it. My testimony. Traumatized young guy, now grown man, and here I stand with all the trauma that been resting on me. Testimony, cried many nights sleeping with the weapons on me. Mama gone, papa gone, so I zone out. I embrace drama, my trauma what this song about. Now helping you see the better way I can do it. The group homes, foster homes, I done been through it. Now what you really like, hey, what you really love. Now keep that there in your sight, it give you strength, cause the key fighting when the world leave you beating up. Now go and get it, ain't no such thing as good luck. Cause life rough and not just rap a lot. Sound smooth, tighten up, love and self-confidence, you can't lose. Now on the real, my struggle, my testimony, and I ain't trying to push it on you, but it's resting on me. Traumatized young guy, now grown man, and here I stand with all the trauma that been resting on me. Testimony, cried many nights sleeping with the weapons on me. Traumatized young guy, now grown man, and here I stand with all the trauma that been resting on me. Testimony, cried many nights, woke up mad in the morning. I was saying on the first verse, hard hurt. My mama gone, papa gone, trauma got worse. The curse is getting broke cause my gifts rap. Universe give us all something where your gifts at. Maybe you relate those in the trouble place. Hey, take your drama and your joy on a double date. And food for thought, trauma cost, that's a peace of mind. You gotta go through that fire for that ever shine. And you going through the heat right now. Things change if you want to, so speak that now. I'ma make it, I'ma overcome this. Loss of loved ones, dope habit, I'ma kick. I'm always in the mix, my emotions conflict. And tears turn to blood when you cutting on your wrist. On everything I love, I done cried, traumatized. I wanna hug the youngin' with no love in they eyes. Let's get it. Traumatized young guy, now grown man, and here I stand with all the trauma that been resting on me. Testimony, cried many nights sleeping with the weapons on me. Traumatized young guy, now a grown man. And here I stand with all the trauma that been resting on me. Testimony, cried many nights, woke up mad in the morning. After going through too much, you just feeling like life is a little too rough. You become traumatized, get to stumbling over things that you shouldn't even stumble over. It's Mujah. Peace.
Man, that was a powerful song. That's his testimony. It's resting on him. And it's resting on me too, young people, because inside this penitentiary, I cry in the daytime because of this time, because of the trauma. But we'll talk about that later. Right now, we're bringing up a new member to the Drop Knowledge Forum. He's finna drop that trauma. Trauma not transformed, it's transferred. Complex trauma and how it affects us as children. Drop it.
Man, you already know. Thank you, Heavy. What's happening, y'all? My hope is that you guys are enjoying yourself and all is well with you. My name is Jeff Carson, and I received a 10-year sentence for drug trafficking. And upon my arrest, I made a conscious choice and decision to change my life through the power of God. And with the power of God, help others any way that I can. And since then, I have been incarcerated, but yet I have not allowed my current circumstances to push me back to my old self-defeating mindset. And with that being said, I come prepared today to talk with you about how to recognize and transform trauma in your life. I'm going to break it down into 3 parts. Section 1 covering part 1 and 2, and section 2 covering part 3. I'd like to start off by sharing with you one of many sticky messages from Horizon that I have adopted and placed in my self-help toolbox. But first, maybe you're saying to yourself, what is Horizon? Horizon is a multi-faith-based program offered here at London Prison that gives inmates the help to develop their faith and gives them the information and the opportunity to address and change their harmful and defective thinking patterns, as well as recognize the trauma and start the healing process. The sticky message is, trauma transformed is healing transferred. If you can stop seeing the hurtful, shameful, and painful experiences in your life as stumbling blocks, and start seeing them as stepping stones, then you can begin to walk on what used to trip you. Now, though the pain from these experiences are all valid and true and play a big part in the reasons why you are where you are, they're not valid reasons to stay where you are. So let's get right to it. Part 1, identifying trauma. Trauma is defined as an injury caused by an outside experience which can be experienced physically, emotionally, psychologically, and or spiritually. It's like growing up poor, getting physically, verbally, or sexually abused, seeing or losing someone due to overdosing of drugs or being killed, losing loved ones or everything you own to a flood, fire, hurricane, or tornado, experiencing harm or rejection based upon the color of your skin, the neighborhood you live in, or your practicing faith. By acknowledging and gaining an understanding of the impact of trauma in our lives, and having the willingness to transform that trauma into healing, we can be more effective in addressing our inner hurts and wounds and the challenges we face day to day. For until we learn how to deal with our trauma, we will consciously and unconsciously inflict our inner hurts and pains onto others, in which I have a sticky message for this too. Is trauma not transformed, is trauma transferred. Oprah said it this way, hurt people hurt people. See, I know firsthand, like most of you all, that this is not just a saying. It's true. Hurt doesn't just mean physical or emotional pain. It also expresses scars and wounds to the mind. See, my environment was filled with so much negative affirmations and talk that I began to adapt to it as normal. From me and my friends calling each other names, punk, sissy, fag, stupid, even cursing at each other. See, I had teachers threaten to suspend me, ask me why I even come to their class. And my parents, I grew up with just my mom and my brother at home. And as I began to act out, my mother had asked my father to stop past and talk to me because she had done all she knew to do. I mean, I began to spin completely out of control, y'all. I had been to 4 different elementary schools by the 5th grade. And then my 6th grade year, I got expelled. Crazy, huh? Well, my father, he showed up. And I was a little nervous because I really didn't know what to expect from him. But at worst, I'm thinking like, maybe I'm about to get a whooping or something. But what he dropped on me, y'all, was way worse. He tell me, come out to the car, son. So as I'm sitting in the car awaiting some type of correction, he tells me, well, son, what's going on? Your mom said you've been acting out. I'm like, I don't know. He said, well, your mother thinks it has to do with me not coming around like I used to. Hold on, pause. Y'all won't believe what he said after this. He like, well, I don't have time to come around like I used to. I got to work and pay my bills. And besides, I don't know what to tell you. You know better. You're just going to have to learn from your experiences as I did. I sat there and thought to myself, like, that's all you got to say? Man, you don't care for real. You just came here because my mama asked you to. And that was a traumatic event for me, mentally and emotionally. At the age of 9, my father basically told me he didn't have time to raise me. He was too busy with the responsibilities and issues in his own life. And due to the lack of guidance from my father, as I began to have various conflicts in life, I didn't know how to handle them properly. I just dealt with them based upon how it made me feel. And this emotional driven mindset and lifestyle took me on a path in life of all about me. How things work for my good, made me feel good, and made me feel safe. And it could be summed up into one phrase. It was either my way or the highway, flat out. Now, this way of thinking fueled most of my reasoning for why I was able to sell drugs without considering the harm and destruction to myself, my family, and my community. See, I was blinded by my inner hurts and wounds and the bad experiences of my past. And even though people, even I, would try to address and change my behavior, as long as I believed that I had to solely look out for me because nobody else was, I couldn't see past my plans, my pleasures, and my problems. And because these thoughts were in my mind and no one was physically talking to me, I believed they were solely my thoughts and ideals. I didn't realize that they were thoughts influenced by the injuries I endured from my outside experiences, my trauma. And because my trauma went unrecognized in my childhood, my trauma was transferred in my relationships, in dating, with family members, and those I came in contact with on a day-to-day basis. It wasn't until a few years back, during my cycle in Horizon, that God really began to open up my heart and I received the information and the opportunity to transfer my trauma into healing, which leads us to part 2. How to heal from trauma. See, before healing can be transferred to others, it must first take place in self. Through self-awareness, self-evaluation, and self-surrendering God, I was able to break free from this vicious victim-offender cycle, and you can break free too. See, it's where we go from being hurt, victimized, to hurting others and becoming offenders. See, breaking this vicious cycle, it starts in your mind because your beliefs determines what you think, and what you think determines how you act, and how you act determines your behavior, and your behavior determines your character. And your character is who you are when no one is looking. See, it's the real you. Your belief system is the foundation of who you are and what you will become. That's why it's so important to know who you are and what you stand for. Paraphrasing Proverbs chapter 23, verse 7 out of the Bible, as a man think in his mind, that he is. So if you're just focusing on what somebody told you you can't do, a bad relationship, and how unfair life is, then your mind is going to wire itself to think, why even try? Don't get attached or trust nobody. I always get the bad end of the stick. Sound familiar? But if you focus on, I'm destined for greatness, love is not guaranteed, it's a choice one makes every day to do, and good thing life isn't fair, then your brain will wire itself to think, there's nothing I can't do. I cherish those I love, for they could be gone tomorrow. And if life was fair, I'd probably be dead already. Now, to complete this healing process, 4 key steps must take place. But note, there's no specific order. I like to start with the step of forgiveness. Forgive yourself and those who wronged you so you can heal and move on with your life. See, holding on to unforgiveness, it only hurts you. It's like taking poison and hoping the other person will die. Then there's a step of a sense of safety. See, you have to redefine and set new boundaries for the future change that you want to see in your life, for judgments of what's right or wrong, relationships, and the lifestyle you are to live. This will help you learn and see how to live out your change and give you the encouragement and support needed along your journey. Then there's a step of acknowledgement. Find someone or group, be it mentoring program, a church, counselor, that you feel safe to share your story with, your strengths and your weaknesses, things you feel confident in and things you fear. Try to see yourself as others sees you and resist the temptation to blame others and make them out to be the bad guy. See, we can't change others. We can only change ourselves. And lastly, the step to reach out and serve others. Get involved with your community. Be it feed the homeless, volunteer work, supporting programs, sports, or events that helps build healthy community interaction. And once you do this, your life of healing begins, which my belief is people heal, heal families. And families heal, heal communities. And communities heal, heals our world. Now we're going to take a pause right here. That concludes section 1.
Thank you, Jeff. He dropped it on trauma. Now, you young people are very much blessed in me because I didn't learn about trauma till I was like 45. And I understand now that my development was arrested at 13, 10, maybe 9, young. Now you have a chance to heal from that trauma, and you got to be able to trust somebody. In fact, we're going to bring in one of our old members, familiar voice, familiar face, Brian Singleton. He's going to do a song on Trust Somebody.
You know, one of the hardest things to do sometimes is to trust somebody. Because as we grow up, the people we love the most are the ones that hurt us the most. And so we get lost in who to trust. And we really don't trust our own judgment. So coming out of that, we got to learn to trust ourselves before we can trust someone else. Picture yourself a scared child who doesn't know who to trust. Because everybody he loves the most is who hurt him the most. I got a problem and a solution. Skeletons in my closet, I've been scared to open up. Solitary confinement, I can't find no one to trust. Cold world, I ain't tryna freeze. Situations put me on my knees. Choices I done made, games that I done played, things that people done to me. Can't believe what he did. Can't believe what she did. Can't believe what I did. I was a scared little kid. They say I'm making excuses, and everybody wanna judge me. They don't understand what I'm going through. All they wanna do is punish me, as if living in fear ain't enough. As soon as I step out my front door, I put on a mask like I'm tough, but it's tearing me up on the inside, tearing me up so I gotta hide. Don't wanna feel, take another drink. Acting out, they saying I'm fried, and I act like I don't care what they think. I smile when they say that I'm live. They don't know I just wanna feel good, and whether they love me is not important. All I wanna do is feel good, cause everything hurt. Smile on my face, I got blood on my shirt. Destroying myself cause I don't know my worth. Bomb first, I ain't finna be hurt. Not again, and they can talk until they blue in the face. Feel like I just took 2 in the face, cause love did what you don't do in my face. So I just blew 2 to the face. Numb now so I can't feel my face. Tired of running so I'm changing the pace. And now I'm appealing a hell of a case. Trust me homie, you don't want that. Skeletons in my closet, I've been scared to open up. Solitary confinement, I can't find no one to trust. Cold world, I ain't tryna freeze. Situations put me on my knees. Choices I done made, games that I done played, things that people done to me. Done made it hard, but I had to trust somebody. I had to trust somebody. Trust somebody one time. But who do I trust? It's starting with me. I gotta trust me and I can't be ashamed, no. Forgiveness for me and that don't take the blame from anybody. Wrong is wrong and right is right. Darkness can't live in the light. What used to blind me gave me sight. Picked up a pen and began to write. Told myself I want control of my life. So I got the help that I know I needed. Cause ain't no healing till you stop the bleeding. That's the realest thing that I ever wrote. No man is an island, is more than a quote. Now you may never understand what I've been through, and if you never feel me, then that's okay too. Cause I ain't living my life trying to please you. Tell them I ain't living my life trying to please you. But I promise you I'ma be okay. Bottom line, I love me. Note to self, I love you. Ain't no situation above me. I got plans, I got dreams now. My experience will give me wings now, and I only land when I'm putting it down. Learn to trust myself, that's right. Skeletons in my closet, I've been scared to open up. Solitary confinement, couldn't find no one to trust. Cold world, I ain't tryna freeze. Situations put me on my knees. Choices I done made, games that I done played, things that people done to me, done made it hard, but I had to trust somebody. I had to trust somebody. Trust somebody one time. Me. Learn to trust yourself. Learn to love yourself. You can do whatever. It all starts there.
Man, that's a powerful song. We've got to trust somebody. We don't want to wake up and find ourselves in solitary confinement from the drama, from our past trauma. So we must be able to trust somebody, whether it's a counselor, a social worker, a principal, a teacher, a parent, a grandparent. So we're going to bring this to a conclusion of part 3 with Jeff Carson. We're going to bring it back up so we can end this one part of trauma.
All right, Heavy. Thanks again, man. Appreciate you. All right, y'all. Part 3. How to transfer your healing to others. You have to make up in your mind that you're going to be intentional and deliberate with your thoughts, words, and actions. I'm going to say that again. You're going to have to make up in your mind that you're going to be intentional and deliberate with your thoughts, words, and actions. Thoughts like, what I've done, I'm not going to allow it to define who I will become. Words like, I care about myself and the lives of others. And actions as simple as asking someone how they're doing and actually taking the time to hear them out. See, we must learn how to relate and communicate in many different ways to prevent over-emotional reactions to situation and give healthy, rational responses that encourages long-term nonviolent responses to conflict and short-term responses to immediate crisis. This means we have to study how to be peacemakers with the same intensity that we study to be troublemakers. I suggest implementing 4 daily healthy practices. 1 being empathy, the ability to relate because you've been through a similar situation that brought on the same feelings and actions. 2, consideration, the ability to imagine what others are going through. 3, knowledge, the ability to understand what others are going through. And then compassion, the ability to care about what others are going through when it really don't even concern you. So quick example. Looking back at my childhood experiences in relationship with my father, using empathy, I know what it's like to take on a position that you think you're ready for. And once you get in it, you realize you're in way over your head. Using consideration, I can imagine he wanted to do better, but just didn't know how. Using knowledge, I understand his father wasn't involved in his life. And as much as he wanted to be different from his father, he could only give what was given to him, no matter how flawed it was. And so after processing all this in, I concluded he started a family when he was young and done the best he knew at the time. And the best way to handle this situation is to manage the situation with compassion and to tell him, Dad, I forgive you and I love you for standing around and giving me the best that you could. Now, though these daily healthy practices, they won't make you perfect, but they will make permanent healthy habits in your life. That your first response is to peacefully and fairly handle the situation and not to fight and look for self-interest only. Listen, y'all, behind these bars, surviving off of $15 a month, hoping someone will send you a couple extra dollars each month, having to live in a block packed like animals in a barn, sharing restrooms and showers with over 200 other guys, and with only 6 phones to try to call your loved ones in an hour and a half, it's always a constant conflict everywhere you turn. Once you get in here, there's no guarantees you'll make it out. You watch your loved ones grow up, some of them die on you. You watch them suffer, hurt, and struggle from the loss of your presence. Life is precious and delicate. Treat it as such. You only get one. Stop telling yourself I've been this way my whole life and I'm not gonna change. You have the power and the ability to be whatever you want to be. Just set your focus to whom and what you want to be, and your life will reflect that what you set your mind to. Dare to be different. It's going to be tough given what you've known and experienced most of your life. And it's going to be just as hard for others who know your past to accept your change. But I can assure you that it's worth it, you'll love it, and it'll get easier. And in time, others will see that your change is sincere and for real, and they will love you for it too. Know this, God loves you in spite of it all. And if you take nothing else from this presentation, please get some help. Talk to a counselor. Get involved with a program that will help you address and heal from your trauma. It's not corny or lame. It's only corny and lame to try to manage and control your image, your problems, and your pain. It only sets you up for a life of unhealthy addictions of sex, money, drugs, and violence, which ultimately leaves you in here with us, or worse, in the grave. And that's real talk. Now,
Hey, hey, yeah, we did it. We told y'all we was gonna bring it to you, volume 2. Yes, sir. We thank God for giving us this grace to do this. And it's a beautiful thing to reach out to our culture, our generation. We love y'all. It was all from the heart. But hey, this volume 2 dropping knowledge like a book falling, but somehow you caught it. Hey, we trying to take you to college. All you gotta do is follow. Look, who were you following? Yeah, yeah. Hallowed be, hallow the name of the risen king. Hey, first up we got Aqua Slimmons with Awful Liza. What a wonderful job my brother did. Hey, hey. Next up, we got Mujahid with Traumatized. Trauma, hey. Yes, sir. We got my brother Salik. What's happening? We gotta try somebody, y'all. That's what we on right now. Jeff Carson, what's happening, man? Trauma. Beautiful message that he brought. You know we doing this Droppin' Knowledge form. And our MC, Mr. Heavy Bird. Come on off in here, man. We volume 2. Droppin' Knowledge form. We said we was gonna do it. Thank God for the grace. We just trying to reach our culture. We love y'all.
Hold on, it ain't over, y'all. So that's volume 2. Let's give all them guys a round of applause for being involved with that. And hopefully y'all pick up something from that. This is about that belief system, and we got to change it. We're gonna bring Aqua Simmons up. See, in the Droppin' Knowledge, it don't make no difference where you from. Detroit, New York, you can be from Hawaii. He from Detroit, and he gonna give us a little bit on a little education on Awful Liza. Aqua Simmons.
What's up, y'all? Well, what you gonna do? You turning that off? I'm just give y'all a little bit of, I'm Ak, man. Everybody know me. Y'all who don't know me, man. I've been in here, man. My inspiration for this was basically, I started digging up and discovering like how did I get here? Like not just jail, like how did I get like with this mindset where once upon a time, I mean I was a little kid, I was a young kid, shit seemed cool. I did the same normal things that everybody did. I played sports, school, girls, regular stuff, right? So I had to figure out like how did I go from there to shooting the dude in the face. Aiming for the face, shot in the face. Like how you do that, right? So my piece was basically like after I started digging up, come to find out there's a thing called core issues, like what's going on in your life, what went on in your life. Like we are who we are now because of what went on yesterday and all the way through our life, right? So come to find out like that digging in, traumatized as a child. My first bar was it's hard to recover from no mother. Didn't grow up with a mother. Last time I seen my mother, I was 8, but before then, all my memories are no lights, no food, open the refrigerator, you probably got some mayonnaise up in there, canned goods on the shelf, don't nobody do nothing with that. She ain't there, no heat, busted windows, evicted from here, evicted from there, just like that's all the memories that I got of my mother. That's it. Horrible, right? My father got me and my little sisters. I was 8, they was younger, right? But at the same time, my father, yeah, he took me, he got us in, but he drink. So he doing the best he can, but it's hard to recover from no mother. Father present, but not present because he alcoholic. He drinking all the time, so he raised us, but he can only be so present because he drunk, you know what I'm saying? And not only that, when he do drink, He a violent drunk. He ain't a smiley, yeah, I love you, man, type hug on everybody drunk. No. He want to fight. You know, it's always chaos in the house. Throw your jab, let me see it. I'm talking about wake me up, throw it. I'm talking about wrestling all the time. I got to fight with a man my whole life. I mean, until I got out of there. My whole rest of my years to my teenage years, I fought with my father, right? Them two things. So when I'm inside the house, it's drama. When I go outside the house, of course the conditions are, I'm in the hood, so it's drugs, guns, bullshit, stealing, everybody hanging out, everybody unsupervised. I got that, right? And then my guys, same thing. They going through it. So I don't really adjust well with my guys. Like ain't really no horse playing like that. Like we wrestle and shit like that in here. We don't do that. You grab me then I go crazy because I shot from like, oh, this shit the same shit I just got away from with my father. I got to go outside looking for peace. I don't want to go in the house, right? So I'm extra aggressive when I'm outside. The love that I did start to get, it was from my dudes. They hanging out, make money, kick it. Them was my brothers, because I didn't have no brothers at that time. Them was my brothers. All y'all people that do crime, people that steal, people that shoot, people that got guns, people that hang out in crack houses, people that ride around stolen cars. Them the people that I love, because them the people that love me. They gangs and stuff like that. I ain't getting the gangs, but they gang members, 3, 4 different gangs. Them all my guys. You liable to see me anywhere. Them the guys that I love, because them the guys that love me. They took me in. They raised me, basically. I'm raised by, my dudes. So I take on all their beliefs. Their beliefs are, basically, be aggressive. Don't let nobody play you. Don't let nobody disrespect you. We hustle, we gonna get some money, and don't take no shorts. Do what we want to do. I don't give. We can do whatever we want to do to them, but can't nobody do that to us. Period. You know what I'm saying? That's our belief. That's the belief system that I picked up from them. We can steal, we want to. You know what I mean? So that mentality all the way to 12, 13, 14, carry guns, run around with guns, sell dope, hang out in crack houses, run around with junkies, fiends. Them was my people. You know the way you supposed to see me riding around with a car full of fiends. 13 years old. Hanging out in crack houses, hanging out in heroin houses, hanging out in pill houses, junkies laid all over the floor. Them people could have did anything to me. I'm a baby. But I thought it was normal, right? By the grace of God, I ain't have a scratch on me, right? So all the way to fast forward, I'm from Detroit, but fast forward, I call myself changing my life. I'm gonna come to Ohio, I'm gonna keep playing sports. I can play all the sports. That's just what we did when we was young. I'm gonna change my life, I'm gonna go to school and just go, right? All my guys, they played sports, they went to college, they off, some went to NBA, some went to NFL. Them my guys, I supposed to go to. Hung out on college campuses, CSU, down here, Hocking Tech, back and forth, all my people, that's where they go. Tuskegee, everybody, me, I ain't make it. I remember when I was in high school, it was a security guard, he used to say, he used to catch us coming through, he'd see you like animal, he'd be like, University of Chillicothe. He'd be like, boo man, University of Mansfield. He see me be like, University of Lucasville. 18, I was in Lucasville. Basically saying, he seen that like, y'all running around here doing everything, you ain't going to no college, you going to jail. I came to jail. So fast forwarding all the way to one day I'm wrestling with it, one day I'm feel like I'm gonna take something from somebody, basically, but they already kind of found out about it. Pulled his gun out, we wrestled over, I shot him in the face, dead. I got a robbery, took his gun, that's the robbery. Ag murder, and I came to the spot, that's ag burglary. So I got 30 to life, 10 to 25, wow. 10 to 25, wow. That's 50 years, That's 50 years. That's what I'm wrestling with, right? Getting that together. Appeal. That's why I'm here. So up until this point, only thing that I found that helped me I'm trying to live, right, is write. I've been writing. I still been appealing and doing all that, still focusing on trying to get up out of here like we supposed to, right? But still and yet though, if I'm still running around a prison, hustling, violence, knives, that's just what you do. I mean, that's what they said you're supposed to do when you come to jail. Done that, because like, that's what everybody else doing. I ain't gonna be the only saint. Did that, conveyances, run around, chase every female who looked like she gonna go, what up? All the way until I got like 20 years in at that point. This is my 25th year. 20 years in at that point. I'm like, man, god damn, man, am I ever getting out of here? Am I ever going home? I started trying to make some changes. Start digging in. I'm like, all right, I ain't gonna do this, I ain't gonna do that, I ain't gonna do this. You know, and still and yet it wasn't enough, man. So I got to the point, man, I started digging into like self. Like, what's going on with me? Getting into any program. Like, if Blackwell got that, stepping up to manhood, I'll jump in it. Just to let me see what he's talking about. Just looking for information here and there. Like, I'm about to do some shit. I'm about to take some of this, and I'm about to do something with myself. Because I want to get out. You know, whether it's appealing, whether it's parole board, whether it's clemency, whether it's beyond guilt, I don't know. I want my chance, right? I'm about to fight for my shit. I ain't just about to lay down, right? I've been laying down. I've been running around playing in jail all these years. Boo Man, you wasn't even born when I was in jail, was you? 25, right? 24, man. He wasn't even born. Man, here. So, my point is, after digging in and I discovered like that, traumatized since I was a kid. I ain't had no mama. I had a daddy, but I ain't had no daddy. The resentment, I ain't forgive him. All these years, I had never forgave him, and them was my conditions. I grew up in some fucked up conditions. I started thinking crazy. And I'm like, okay, how do I unravel some of that? It's rough. That will that you showed, what Carson, that will that he showed, how you get up out of that? That's because I know that's what I'm caught up in. How I get up out of that? Digging up and discovering like, all right, man, you know, I gotta grow up no matter what. No matter what happened to me, I gotta grow up. So I'm like, man, I gotta forgive my mama. Because the relationship that I never had with her never taught me how to deal with a female. I don't know nothing about no females. I know about the females that I mess with. I don't know nothing about the basic stuff about a female, right? I don't know about being real intimate and all that. I'm hard. I've been around my daddy. I'm a man. That's all I know, right? Had to forgive my father from everything that he's done, all the violence, all the trauma, all the fighting, all the chaos going on in the house. And then, like I said, like my piece was awfulizing because my attitude was that if I didn't have a mother, if my mother left me, then any female that I have, why wouldn't she leave me? My mama left me, you would leave me too. So I really never really developed a real strong bond with a female because I'm just like, man, I'm just gonna run through you and just keep it moving, right? Because I don't believe you. You know what I'm saying, basically. And that's what awfulizing is, man, when you actually think that whatever your situation is, it's gonna be worse, no matter what. You're gonna get the short end of the stick over and over and over, and ain't no hope for you, you know what I'm saying? You damned. But that ain't true, man. That ain't true. That's just what I thought. I started to think a little bit different and started to know that, like, I do have a chance. I do have options, and as long as I keep on pushing forward, man, and maybe I'll make some of those options available if I still stay open-minded and then try to see like what's open for me. You know what I'm saying? So that's all. Like I can go forever, man. You wrapping me up. I can talk forever. Y'all know me, right? But that's it, man. With that, I'll pass, man. And come on, man.
Yeah, so we're going to bring up Tucker. Tucker going to bless us with a song that he made up for Black History for this day. It's a real live song, and just give everybody a round of applause one more time. Tuck.
What's good? What's happening with y'all? It's always a blessing and honor to stand before y'all. Just right quick, I'm just going to say something real short. We're going to get right to this rap. For me, just with the Droppin Knowledge, the song that I did, I'm a firm believer that what you know affects how you live. So ignorance, it's not bliss for real. You know, especially when you trap in a certain way of thinking, you know what I mean, as it relates to our culture, how we come up. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So, but knowledge it expands, like, you know, it helps you to grow come outside of your box, and it gives you more opportunities. And so as we dropping knowledge, as this forum is, and the song Droppin Knowledge, we trying to just bring some more knowledge to the table, because if all I know is trapping, if all I know is street, if all I know is dope, scandals, you know, pulling licks and all type of whatever, that's all I know, that's all I'm gonna do. You can't expect nobody to do nothing different than what they know. So when you got somebody that, you know, would get my attention when I was younger and begin to educate me on other ways and other avenues to go in my life, I had options, you know, but at the end of the day, I still chose, you know, the wrong road. But we're just trying to reach out, man, and drop knowledge on God. And I'm just gonna just read these two quick definitions, and we're gonna get this track on. Knowledge, we know what it means, but this is what it say in the Webster's. 1, to the fact or state of knowing, a range of information or understanding what is known, learning. So my prayer is that we would all continue to grow in our knowledge, man, of the right things, because we can learn a lot about wrong from our friends, peers, culture, hood, whatever, but we want to learn about the right things. This song I got called Problem. The name of the song is Problem. It says a question, this definition, a question proposed for a solution, the perplexing or difficult matter, person. When you got a system that's built against you, but you begin to get knowledge and you grow, you become a problem. And I feel like a black man in America who is educated, you know, and collegiate, scholarly, and just building and being an entrepreneur and creating new opportunities for himself and his family and friends, I feel like he's a problem, because the system definitely was built against us. So, but we can overcome that though. I really believe that, and I want to lead by example with that. This song called Problem. Harriet Tubman, she was a problem. Martin Luther, a problem. Harry Belafonte, a problem. We could be some problems too. I'm one. Hey, look. I'm a problem. I'm a problem. I'm an issue to the system. I'm an issue to the system. Hey, look. Locked up in the system, cause he was just trying to get it. But the system been against him. Blind to it, but I see it. He ain't know about the business that they making off our people. A black standing next to a white, one of them ain't seen his equal. What happened to the legislation, the constitution that this nation was built on? That's why I'm praying for our future generations, cause I really do feel for them. If it never changed, if it stay the same, mental slavery, I see the chains that we let them wrap around our brains. Then we lock ourselves inside a cage. They ain't even gotta do the work, they just waiting at the police station. Give us guns, step back, watch us kill each other, oh yeah, they patient. Give us crack, step back, watch us sell it to each other for the stacks. We'll destroy our own neighborhood and community just for a couple of racks. It's the new Jim Crow, Willie Lynch, man, I already know. I read the book back in '04 when it left a hole in my soul. But God been building me up, now I'm filling them up. A young activist using his rapping gift to get us out of the mud. Problem. I'm a problem. I'm an issue to the system, Said I'm an issue to the system, Look. I already know these the type of songs that they gon' criticize me for. Cause I'm blowing up the good times down the mic, but I'm feeling like C4. But I got a job to do. This is our time to move beyond the racial boundaries in America for another cop to choose. On Channel 45 News, breaking live. Another black man shot down with his hands up. Oh my God, how many times you think we gon' watch this happen before we get to marching in the street with a microphone and I ain't talking rapping? Peaceful protest, we did that. Political voting, man, we did that. Reaching out to the government, did that. It's only one thing we ain't did yet. You can guess it, hey, but while you guessing, look, we on the move. Racial equality like the Red Sea, open up, we coming through. This that revolutionary theme music, that attract up to extreme music. More black and Latins locked up than anybody else, and you acting like you ain't noticed. And we the minorities, putting your kids to college off our lawyer fees. Yeah, we could be a problem to the system when we grow in our knowledge, when we become more than what our environment tried to create for us. Bless you.
Drop it. Man, I'm a problem. Hey, now we bringing up Thomas, Mujai, and Chosen. they're gonna be dropping some sunshine down on this Black History Day today. Without further ado, we're gonna do the poem first. He's multi-talented. This is a raw poem. Mujah.
Hey, first and foremost, I'd like to say thanks to everybody that came out, man. It's good energy in the place, man. And as Blackwell put it in one of the emails before, man, Black history is American history, man. I'm always looking to see the good in every human being, especially those that look like me, man. When you come from people that it's always negative image, man. We more than rappers, more than athletes, more than actors and all that stuff, man. So always look for the good in self. Blackwell, you said something earlier, man, along the lines of people working out, constantly building up their muscles, and they forgetting the mind. And one day I'm in the music room over there, and I just happen to look out, I see everybody in here working out. And you will ask the homie, like, hey, man, what you reading? What you studying? And they'll tell you, I'm about to go play some dominoes or holler at some hoes on the phone, right? So I wrote this power piece, man. My poetry's called Power Pieces, because poetry really don't fit what I do, man. And it's called Lost in Thought. I say, as men, we hit the gym, get it in, another set, another rep, and then look into the mirror to glorify self. I get it, cause when you see me, you see I'm committed. But men, the muscles we overlook is the muscles of the mind. The mind is cooked and ideas of physical fineness, as if to read a book will blind us. The greatest workout I ever had was switching thoughts I once had of bump a book, cause that ain't paying bills. Now I pick up books to pick up skills, the art of communication. And that alone improves situations, because it was once against the law for us to read anything at all. Keep them physically strong and mentally weak, and a slave you should forever keep. That was the thought way back when towards all of us in brown skin. Now after emancipation, we enslave ourselves through lack of education. I'm not talking schoolistic and college degrees, I'm talking about the willpower to be better, the willpower to succeed. For we are fathers, brothers, uncles, and sons. And a request is going to come to improve our life, to improve our young. We have to strengthen our mind, body, and soul. With that being said, I'm done with John's word.
Man.
Hey, this song right here is called Sunshine. It's dedicated to those that constantly volunteer their times to improve the lives of others. It's me and the brother Chosen right here. Hold up.
Check.
Good energy is what we thrive on, right?
Yeah.
Dedicate this to everyone that go out their ways to brighten our days when we lock down. Be it through JPay, mail or visits, man. I show them love. Let's get it.
Sunshine is the right name for you.
Tell them.
Cause you rising with a bright world view. Sunshine is the right name for you.
Okay.
Cause you rising with a bright world view. Yeah.
Anybody waking up with a vision to improve the lives of everyone that's living. So I'm giving this to men, women, children. Those that's always in the hospital visit. They visit the poor, they visit the sick. You that type of person, then it's your personal hit. You that ray of sunshine when the day turn gray. When no people need help, who be on their way. You volunteer with the helping hand. Touch so many lives in the way I am. A recipient of all your kind love indeed. So I'm posting up your pictures for all to see. Come on.
Sunshine is the right name for you.
Yeah.
Cause you rising with a bright world view.
Tell them, Chosen.
Sunshine is the right name for you. Yeah. Cause you rising with a bright world view. Yeah.
Blessed heart said humanity is family. Greeting everyone with a hug, that's always annually. Vacations, you ain't took one in years. Said it's too much work to get done around here with sending praise to the Lord above. You deserve to get paid, but you settle for hugs and said love. Make you do the things you do. I could pull the sun down and replace it with you. And that bright blue sky, you deserve to rise. You the highlight of my day, touch so many lives. When the birds fly by, I feel that breeze. It make me think of you again, my comfort and need. See,
sunshine, yeah, is the right name for you.
Okay.
Cause you rising with a bright world view. Yeah. Sunshine is the right name for you.
Waking We sunshine. Now, of course, I gotta mention the teachers, the educators, the coaches, everyone that volunteers their time to touch someone else's life. You are sunshine. When we take the time out to call our people, we sunshine. It be times they need to see us much as we need to see them. We bring sunshine into their life as well as the volunteers that come in. Thanks to Blackwell for believing in the movement, and it's deeper than prison. I'ma do this with my life. Greatness in the making, I promise you. John, let's get it.
Sunshine, yeah, is the right name for you.
Okay.
You rising with a bright world view. Yeah, sunshine is the right name for you. Oh, you rising with a bright world view.
Okay, that's it. We're gonna let y'all vibe with the beat.
Yeah, sunshine, yeah. Oh,
Okay, Droppin Knowledge Volume 2.
ooh, yeah. Sunshine,
Chosen.
sunshine, yeah.
Muja.
Ooh, yeah. Chosen. Muja.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man. Boy, them boys bringing sunshine on a cloudy day, any day with that, boy, because look here, they just put it down, boy, Drop Knowledge doing anything. Now, we going to bring up one of our other new members, Carson. He going to summarize trauma, that force that can paralyze you with complex and every other trauma. Carson.
Hey, good afternoon, fellas. Hey, man, I definitely appreciate you guys, man, your support. And I'm not gonna hold you long. I definitely really just wanna kind of continue to share with you from the video, as you all saw. A lot of times we don't understand how much influence our pain has on our life. We don't really take into consideration that the bad experiences that we went through and been through, they keep us from growing. They stagnate us mentally. And a lot of times what we begin to do is continue to act at those things or live in fear of going past them because we don't want to reoccur that type of incident ever again. We don't want to go through a heartbreak again. After losing a mom, after losing a best friend, you know, once you experience death, grieving, it takes something out of a person when you lose someone you love. When you continue to grow up and you feel like you all alone, and it's just like you against the world, your back against the wall, but somehow you telling yourself, man, by any means necessary, I'm gonna make it, I'm gonna be somebody. I refuse to lay down. I refuse to just give up. Regardless of my situation and circumstances. And that was in my heart, man, I promise, man. And then and it's whatever I do. But I had to realize the lifestyle that I allowed myself to live, that wasn't it. I bought into the hype. But I'm grateful that I'm able to see, I'm here to talk about it for real. And I'm not saying that a person that sells drugs, I don't say like, oh, he a bad person or he going to hell, or I don't try to condemn a person for that. Because at the end of the day, they doing the best they can with what they got. And I remember coming into the game, it wasn't the fact that I feel like what I would call my OG just wanted to see me fall or something, but he knew, like, he seen it in my eyes. It's something like when you know somebody fed up and they looking for a way to eat, and you see it in their eyes, sometimes it's just a matter of like, look, bro, this is all I got. I don't even really want you to do this, bro. But versus you going out here and running and getting involved in this and getting involved in that, I'd rather you be with me. I probably can look out for you. And when you see somebody that's willing to extend that hand, not because, like you said, it's what we're supposed to do, but somebody that's willing to just extend that love or even give you a shot or a chance, it ain't that they want to see you out here coming to jail or end up shot. They know the consequences because they live in it. But when you feel like I ain't got nothing else, but I see, man, I remember being hungry. I remember being that little kid. not knowing how I'm gonna eat, or feeling rejected by society, trying to get this job, trying to get that job, and getting frustrated to the point where you just start, man, I ain't about to get this job. I'm gonna fill out this application just so my baby girl get off my back, man, like I tried. They ain't hiring me. But all in my mind, I ain't even planning on even getting hired. I don't even think they gonna even hire me, so I'm just gonna go through the motions. But just to keep me from pain and rejection, or feeling like I got my hopes up trying to get this job, I'm already checked out before I even go in for the interview. That's because I've been rejected enough. Like, I don't need them. I'm looking for an excuse to say I don't need them. Like I ain't about to force nobody to give me no job. I ain't about to continue to work for this person and make him rich. You know, I kept buying into all the negativity, like as the brother was saying, awfulizing, man. But that came from the pain as a little child. But like you said, you gotta put on that tough face, man. You don't wanna be looking soft or weak. You don't wanna, you know what I'm saying, nobody feels sorry for me. I feel like I gotta man up. Manning up is getting it how you live, you know what I'm saying? You gotta go for what you know. Shoot for the stars, don't look back. But having that, and now seeing, for me, the end of my road, after so many close calls to death, coming in here, family landing a 10-year sentence, I ain't buying a dream no more. And I'm just speaking for me. I'm not here to change nobody. I'm not here to tell nobody you wrong, you need to do this with your life. But for me, the game took so much, and it's still taking a day. It all seemed cool when you out there, and I was so captivated by the running here and running there, and I gotta make this sale, I gotta make this bop, and it gave me a sense of importance, and I didn't even get time to even think about what I was going through, about the hurt little dude inside of me, like what I didn't have, because, man, I'm chasing this, I'm chasing that. And that allowed me to feel important, because people like, hey, big bro, you got this, or uncle, can I borrow this? And, oh yeah, hold up, give me a couple minutes, I got you. It made me, it gave me a sense of courage, like I was fighting this grand fight. I was part of this big thing, like I'm bold and gutsy, I'm out here, and I got the tools, nigga, it's whatever, it's on site. It's, this is all that's going through my mind, but I'm not really dealing with me, but I'm masking, I'm caught up in this lifestyle, this hype that comes along with the selling drugs and living out there in the streets fast. It ain't telling me to deal with me, to focus on my issue. Don't nobody really care if I'm educated or not, because at the end of the day, if you ain't educated, you easily manipulated and being able to be used for somebody else's selfish gain. They don't care about me being educated. They don't care if I fail for real. At the end of the day, if I fail, as long as it don't affect them, hey bro, you know what I'm saying, it'd be all right, little brother. A lot of times, man, shoot, until I really learned what was going on, I've been shorted so many times, not knowing how to work the, you know what I mean? That little temp that come off. You know, until you really start learning, you start realizing that really everybody start being for themselves, and then you start getting that bitterness in your heart to where now you realize, man, ain't nobody really, the people really don't really care like that. Man, it's just the trauma just keep building and building to the point, man, I'm just running and running and running. And to the point where I just got tired of running, y'all. I got tired of trying to hide, living in the shadows. Hiding from the police for my safety, making sure the jack boys don't know where I'm watching, don't go the same way. I'm listening to all these things. I protect yourself, man, you know what I'm saying? Don't get in this relationship with this girl, don't do this, don't do that. I'm doing all these things, and my mind is constantly racing, and to the point where I just want to be alone. I don't want to be around nobody. I bought into the hype, man. Big money. I'm gonna ride the finest cars, keys of dope. Pretty women, designer clothes, and I got a team of guys. I'm part of a team that's ready to lay down life for me. Like, this is all it's about. Like, it was a dream well sold. And when I looked up and I started looking around at some of the OGs, or when I was little, when I saw the guys in the hood and realized now they begging, now they dope fiends, now they in prison or they dead. Like, it ain't the future that's promised, man. It ain't bright. It don't pay off in the end for real. At least to me, it don't add up. I'm looking at OGs like, man, I remember when you used to have this, yeah. He ain't even him no more. Because of so much done happened, bro. From having to step on this person to get here. You see people that really got up, they got up from robbing this person and robbing that person. The trauma just compound to the point where you can't even stay sober. My mind would try to question my lifestyle. Drinking alcohol, couldn't drink enough alcohol, couldn't have enough sex, couldn't spend enough money. Because it was just beginning to be too much unresolved issues in my life. They were just piling up and piling up and piling up. When I talk about not having that father, the guide, not having really nobody there to really show you the way, and you really don't want to let nobody know you don't know, trauma take you down a path in life, man, like most of us know. You know what I'm saying? We here. And I just want to tell y'all, man, like, anything y'all can do, man, you know what I'm saying, we can do to try to help change the generation behind us, man, to know that everybody, man, like the struggle is real for sure. We ain't gonna never forget that. But we gotta know, like, it's a different vehicle. That ain't the only vehicle we gotta do, robbing each other, selling drugs. I told myself I ain't gotta take from another family to make sure my family okay. I ain't gotta do that no more, man. Cause I used to sit in them houses, then the game system be gone, have friends, their game system gone in the morning because their mama or their dad took their game system and sold them, or their school shoes gone. Or they had to move and go to foster care because, you know what I'm saying, their mom OD'd or something. Like I don't want to be a part of that chain no more. I don't want to be part of that no more. Like I know inside of me, it's better than that, man. It's way more better. I can do something different to where that little kid, you know what I'm saying, I probably can't, I ain't saying I'm going to save everybody and all that. But at the end of the day, I could be a part of something that's helping mentor that young man, that's helping families get jobs and create jobs. I could be part of the bigger scheme. Because at the end of the day, I feel like the hustle in me. Yeah, true enough, you know what I'm saying, the product or whatever. But at the end of the day, everybody's phone ain't ringing. Everybody ain't making no money. And it's a reason. Because it's a certain charisma, it's a certain pizzazz that come with what you do that people say, I'll wait for you. I was gonna call it, but I'll wait for you. You know, that made me feel important to an extent. Having that sense of feeling like, I don't want to go to nobody else. You my dude. Like waiting on them and hearing them Bob's call and, all right, for sure. Give me a few minutes. I'm about to call, give me a few minutes. I'm on my way. I'm going to wait. I ain't going to call nobody else. Like, that made me feel good and sad, but at the end of the day, I know I can do that on a whole different level, on a whole different scale, man. That ain't the max of me, man. And I just, you know what I'm saying, encourage y'all, man, to just to think about it, man. Think about the choices and the consequences, man. While we sitting where we sitting, man, look back. I was talking to the brother over here, man. It's something when you can sit back and see yourself in third person, like, man. Because life moves so fast when we get out there. It don't give you a chance to mess up and step back. Life out there is so fast. Once you fall, it's like you keep trying to catch up. You always trying to catch up. But here, you got a chance, man, to put a plan together, man. And I just encourage, you know what I'm saying, each individual that's here, man, just to, man, really look at your life. Like, what tools can I get while I'm here? If I need more education, let me knock that on out. If I need some skills, let me go ahead and knock that on out. Whatever I can do in my time, you know what I'm saying, let me see what I can do to make myself better. So when I return, I'm not just me, but I'm a better me, the best version of me. Thank you.
So yeah, that's good stuff, and we all need to make that change, go through that door, because, like I said, when you're dealing with that human element, those four human elements, spiritual, mental, emotional, physical. The first light go out is the spiritual light. Then we in darkness. Then we capable of anything. Capable of anything when that spiritual light go out, and then they go out in sequence, emotional, mental, physical. Then you in full addiction, addicted to the game, caught up in the game, married to the game. How can you be married to something that ain't never been true to you? And that's what we do. That's what I don't do no more. Heavy is in a box. He with me because he helped me survive some stuff. But I'm trying to be a square. That square I just showed you, physical, mental, spiritual, emotional. I want to be the square now. Because the square is what's happening with me. I don't know about you. You can call it what you want to call it. But when you get even on all sides and you ain't living in darkness, you can shed light like this. These brothers shed light today on us. There never will be a moment like this again, collectively, together, for this information that was just dropped today. So I hope you cherish some of it and understand that we serious about this. This going to the street. This not just some phase that we going through. These guys ain't showing off. They doing what they do. This is our purpose, and we walking in it. We talking in it. You ain't gonna never catch me around that track smoking a blunt ever again. 2 years, 2 months, 20 days clean. That shit is insidious. And then I'm trying to tell one of y'all something about do this, do that, and I'm dropping the blunt because I don't want y'all to see me because I'm ashamed. I got it fixed. I went to Renaissance. I didn't want to, I'm an addict. Ron, I'm an addict. You think I wanted to say that? I got real why, who I was, what I did, and why I did it. Now I know who I am. That was that pseudo self, heavy burden, that guy that, he saved me. I was my hero for real. But that, because without him, I'd be dead. Because I have gratitude for you guys to be able to be in this camp that's so soft that a marshmallow can come through here without getting squeezed. I'm glad I'm here. I'm glad I'm here. You know why? Because it's my purpose. It's my purpose to be here, to be able to drop this, what we dropping together as men. Mr. Blackwell told me one day in this class, that's why I like Mr. Blackwell. They can say what they want to say. That's my mentor. You know, it is what it is. Sometimes he gets on my nerves sometimes, but it is what it is with that too. But he told me one day, he said, Ron, y'all got to try to get a legacy, man. Because guess what? I was a domestic terrorist. I'm talking about Bin Laden and them. I was terrorizing my own community. Dope boys too. Terrorists. Domestic. Never again. Never again. I'm here to bring the knowledge that I have now. I can afford to help my community, mold my community into my understanding now. Because I'm a leader now. And with that, I'm gonna close because I'll go. We're gonna bring up new talent. Everybody keeps screaming, it's Drop Knowledge Forum. Y'all know who he is. Y'all know how to reach us. Kite Mr. Blackwell. Send him a kite. We finna do edition 3, volume 3, addiction. What you got? You got talent? Send him a kite. You know what he'll do? He'll make time and go upstairs. He'll bring that lady, Miss Brown, in with him, and you do your format, boom. He'll look at it, assess it. Because we dropping this for the kids, youthful offenders, and 40 and over men who are still trapped in this triple bondage. I'm writing a book on it. This is some new talent that we kind of snuck up and discovered. Keem, young guy, talented, basketball, 3 points from over here. I'm like, damn. But he messed around and showed the Drop Knowledge that he can drop something on his mic, and that's what we need, that knowledge. See, knowledge ain't nothing but information gained by the actual experience. DVD, motivational speaker, I speak that into existence. A book or a song. And here it is, without further ado. Keem, send Mr. Blackwell a kite if y'all want to be a part of this.
I got this one, man. Without. Man, I ain't gonna do too much talking. I don't do that. Man, I've been through a lot though, man. You feel me? Playing ball, one of the top athletes in Ohio, man. To 11 years since. I just want to get my story back, man. It's my road to riches.
Fold them on my toes cause they gon' bet against us. But I'm on a mission, on my road to riches. I cross my heart and then I prayed and asked for God forgiveness. On my road to riches, I want y'all to witness. These streets is cold, it left me frozen. I will not forget it. Yeah, living like it's okay. I know them bitches probably won't wait. I got some pride issues I face. I need 100 million that's safe. I can't be picking up no broke trace. That's why them Frankins out that I chase. I love to count it out what I made. I got a hard body, won't break. I keep my circle tight, it won't shake. Remember time Mel died, it got laced. I cry my soul out in that cage. Wish he could be here to see us today. Ain't no more struggle, we found a new way. Look at me dripping, I found a new wave. Free all my brothers that's stuck on that range. I got some brothers that's still on the rage. They won't accept it, it come with the game. They been infected by all of the shame. I keep on telling them hop on the train. Look at me now, I done found a new way. On my road to riches, I want y'all to witness. I won't fold them on my toes, cause they gon' bet against us. But I'm on a mission. On my road to riches, I crossed my heart and then I prayed and asked for God forgiveness. On my road to riches, I want y'all to witness. These streets is cold, it left me frozen, I will not forget it. I'm trying to get it, I'm just trying to get it. I'm just trying to live my life and reach my full potential. They see my face across that screen and they gon' know it's official. I pick my pen up in that pad and I put down that pistol. My people need me to react a different way to help them. And I'm gon' grind until I can't feel my knuckles. When that money coming like this, ain't got no reason you should be pissed. I'ma keep stacking up till I'm rich. I'ma keep pouring up till we lit. We came a long way from them bricks, stretching a 2 till it turned to a 6. I put up everything that I flip. Had so much money run through my mid. On my road to riches, I want y'all to witness. I won't fold them on my toes, cause they gon' bet against us. But I'm on a mission. On my road to riches, I crossed my heart and then I prayed and asked for God forgiveness. On my road to riches, I want y'all to witness. These streets is cold, it left me frozen, I would not forget it. My road to riches, yeah. On my road to riches, yeah. My road to riches, yeah. On my road to riches. On my road to riches, I want y'all to witness. These streets is cold, it left me frozen, I will not forget it. That's what it is, man. Listen, don't let nobody tell you what you can't do, man. You can do anything you set your mind to. When you feed into the negativity, the only person you cheat is you. When you're willing to stay positive and motivated, ain't nothing you can't make it through. Look at yourself as a winner. Even as a beginner, you can never lose. 100.
All right, let's give it up for all these guys who participated today. Hey, listen, you can't, hey, don't go yet, because we got to put up all these chairs and stuff too. But listen, you can be a change agent even while you're in here. So don't think that you can't have an effect, not just on people in here, but people on the outs as well, all right? Our whole theme today was trauma. You know, sometimes I wrote in my notes, sometimes you don't even know that you're going through trauma or that you've been traumatized until you look back and then you reflect on some things that you've been through and you saying, man, that was trauma. That was trauma. And what I said, the last thing I wrote down, sometimes we make being traumatized normalized. Trauma can't be normal in our lives. We have to learn how to separate ourselves from trauma and understand that although we went through trauma, we could get through being traumatized. All right, again, thank you guys for coming out today.